What is up, guys? Dallas here. We are back with another video for you guys today. It's been about 5 months and I'm so sorry, but we are back with a install for you guys. That's right, I said install. We're going to be installing this panel mount by Integral Truck. It's going to be for your half-size toolbox organizers. I know you guys like keeping your gear secured just like me, so this is why I'm here to show you that if you guys have those fancy storage containers, storage boxes, whatever you guys want to call it, these are the best on the market. These are the only locking mounts on the market. So that's what makes them the best. And not just only its security, but the high quality material that they use. We do currently have their full size mounts in the back of our pickup, but I do have some extra half storage boxes that I do want secured as well. So I picked up a couple. We're gonna have one on the driver and passenger side. The more the merrier, right? So we do currently have a tonneau cover, a sliding, locking tonneau cover on the back of our pickup. So the only issue that I would be concerned is the clearance issue. It's only because of our tonneau cover, when you do slide it back, the locking mechanism drops down maybe about 1.5 inches, and it just kind of may hit the boxes. But like I said, we do have full size panels on there already, and it clears perfectly. Just about 1 inch to 2 inches of playroom. I only say maybe a clearance issue just because this mount, again by Integral Truck, will go right above the wheel well. So as you know, in some of the pickups, there's not that much room to play with. So we will see how that does play effect with installing our panels today. But just to make sure we do have a lot of playroom, I did pick up Integral Truck's drop-down brackets for situations just like this. But I want to make sure that I do still have enough space because of the wheel well, and it kind of like bubbles in. It's not like a flat surface, so it may play an effect of how the mounting will be, but that's why I'm here. We're going to go ahead and test it out, make sure everything works and fits. All right, before we actually get started, I just want to show you what we got in the box. So we have the one mount right here, and like I said, it does lock right there. We got some hardware, nicely packaged. We got some other hardware. We got a couple keys. I believe these are track nuts for your rail system. Again, like I said, a couple keys, and then we do have some feet for the bottom of those panels so that it'll stay in place. Your instructions. So that's what it will look like if I did not have the drop-down brackets. We do have the drop-down brackets. It'll drop down just a few inches, and underneath we have our other panel. So we have two, like I said, passenger and driver, and they are both locking. And that bar right here is pretty much that locking mechanism that locks that storage box. And last but not least, like I said, we do have them drop-down brackets, as you see here. So we got all that unboxed. We're going to go ahead and see what tools we need. Tools you'll need is a 13mm crescent wrench, I believe 14mm socket, and then a T40. All right. And this will just be for my tonneau cover because I need to get the bolts off before I can install any of this. So that's the only thing. Other than that, you just need a 13mm and a T40. We also have both of our half panel mounts right here, our hardware, pretty much everything organized. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and remove our storage boxes. And as you see right here, I have the full-size locking panel. So we've had this full-size panel installed for the last 6-7 months, and it's in perfect condition. And of course, it is tucked in our truck bed with our tonneau cover right here. But we have to remove this bolt right here because that is what attaches our tonneau cover, obviously, to our truck bed. That's where that 14mm comes in handy. And again, we're only removing that because this piece uses the same rail system as Integral truck uses. So we're going to go ahead and pop them pieces out, slide that here, and we're going to go ahead and use our T40 and to remove our current setup for the full-size mount. Now that we have this uninstalled, right, so this track nut is the same one that got sent to us for the half size, but so we can actually move these down. But I do have these cleats that come standard with Toyota, so I'm gonna have to remove this as well. And if I look hunchback, it's because I do have my bed rack, and it is a little tight, so I can't really stand up here. So this is on a T-track nut as well. So we'll just go ahead and unscrew that so that you can remove your cleat. These track nuts for the half size, just as so. So I'm going to go ahead and attach the drop down brackets so to the two track nuts that I do have on here. Have it lightly tightened. So you do want to have it, I believe, so tightened from the top. As you can see, these 2 points stick out, but that is for the screws on the other end for it to tighten. So we got our washer and our nut, and I just want it finger tight so that I can still maneuver these two drop down brackets so that I can then attach this on top of here. And nothing like a mini poppy break. Pinkies up. Alright, so you're going to want to have your bolt and your washer through that hole right there. I already have one in place, and I lied earlier, you do need a 13mm to get this job done. Screwed in, and just enough where it is threaded and that you do have some room to play with. I'm going to go ahead and get this one installed. Alright, before we actually tighten our entire mount down, we're going to go ahead and put this rubber feet right behind as so, as you can see right here. We're going to go ahead and do that on both sides. So, as you can see, I'm a lot more stable with it being parallel to the rail and to the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and put these nuts right on top, tighten them, and then we're going to go ahead and tighten all around. Alright, so we just got all 4 bolts on top of that drop down bracket all tightened. We do have the rubber feet tightened on the bottom. We do have some wiggle room here and there, but again, this rubber feet is to help with vibration just in case there was any. But so we got our integral mount installed. We're going to go ahead and attach our storage container just as so, nice and snug. We're going to go ahead and lock the top right here. As you can see, I'm trying to open that storage container and that thing is locked. We're going to go ahead and do the tonal cover test. As you can see right here, this is what I was talking about, that drop down mechanism on my tonal cover. As you can see, barely misses. Look at that, perfectly. Alright, as you see, we do have that half-size panel installed right above our wheel well. We're going to go ahead and reinstall our full-size panel right here. And just like that, we got everything remounted. We got our full-size mounted, and we also have our part of our tonal cover mounted back on. And I was also able to get the second cleat on with no issues around some test fitting. So we're going to go ahead and install that full-size storage box, as you see right here, and boom. I'm going to do a test roll with our tonal cover. As you can see, no issues at all. Clears both storage boxes with no problems at all. So we just finished installing both sides of the integral truck panels on the passenger side. It was pretty much the same steps, and there it is. There you have it. the passenger side setup. Here's just a little closer look. Two of the half-size storage containers that we do have right above the wheel well. As you can see, yes, there is no drilling required for these mounts. Both mounts by Integral Truck does use the factory rail system that Toyota does provide, and I believe they have their own integral rail system as well for the other vehicles. But yeah, this is the full size and this is the half size, and pretty much the same setup as what we have on our driver's side as well. So they all do lock, as you can see. On each panel there is a locking mechanism. Again, these are the only panels that have a locking mechanism for these storage boxes. Overall, pretty sweet setup. As you can see, it doesn't take much space past the wheel well on both sides, so that's pretty nice. Really love that. Yeah, it looks pretty sick. We're going to go ahead and do a tonneau cover test to see if it clears both sides. Truth be told, this is what we've been waiting for. And look at that. With ease. That's unbelievable. Now, not only having security with my tonneau cover, I have extra security with Integral Truck's locking mounts for my storage containers. Now I'm stoked for this new setup. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, concerns, or if you guys like this setup, I'll leave the link down below to both of these panels. If you guys don't have a Toyota, they do have products for GM models, Ford, and I believe they may be coming out with other vehicle specifics as well. As always, thank you for watching, and I appreciate the support. See you the next one.